Hello, and welcome to the Crew Podcast. I am the visionary Queen Angela, and welcome to Season 2. I want to thank you for tuning in and for all of your support throughout Season 1. We're back, them Divas of the Airwaves. So thank you for joining us tonight. Share this with someone in your circle.
At Wings of Transformation Publishing, we are committed to helping our authors reach their goals and pursue their dreams of becoming published authors. We work closely with each author to ensure a successful publishing experience, and we are dedicated to helping them tell their stories in the most meaningful and impactful ways. We look forward to putting you on the path to writing your book.
The book, A Song for Zipporah, written by David Harris, is a powerful historical fiction centering around the life and character of Moses' future wife Zipporah before they met. Book author David Harris brings the reader into the relationship between Moses and Zipporah, which was gradual and lush. The story unfolds beautifully when Moses finally asks Zipporah to marry him. Purchase your copy of the book detailing this authentic story, A Song for Zipporah by David Harris today. It's available online at Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com.
Dallas Fort Worth. AALAC, the Chasing Your Dream Book Tour and Expo is coming to your area. Mark your calendars, May 18th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have some amazing authors, some amazing business owners that's going to be sharing about their brand. We have some workshop facilitators that's going to be coming out. They're going to be teaching on branding, marketing, and networking. I want you to plan to be in the building, to be educated, empowered, and encouraged. Come out, support. Well, hey, y'all, and welcome to season 2, y'all, of the Crew Podcast. Of course, I am the visionary, Angela Thomas Smith. I am the visionary of the Crew Podcast, and I am stepping in tonight on behalf of Natalie Harvey. Um, Let's Chat with Nat is normally the show that would be airing on tonight, but she had a family emergency, so I will be sitting in for her on tonight. So I am waiting for my guests to show up so that y'all know I am on a kick where I am definitely trying to bring awareness to social injustice. So I am one of the co-founders of the Free Texas campaign. So I am trying to help shed some light on what is going on in the state of Texas, things that have been happening in the state of Texas for now 3 to 4 decades. So I am trying to expose some of these things. I have been doing some research, writing papers, and contacting different members of the judicial system, as well as those that are in position within the government that can help address these issues. So I definitely have been I've been on my grind, y'all. Been on my grind trying to bring awareness to some of the injustice that has taken place in TDCJ. So just on today, y'all, I received another phone call from one of the inmates telling me that another inmate found dead. This time, um, the ambulance, the EMT workers would not remove the body because the body had already already turned blue. So they would not remove the body. So the body is still there in the facility. They can't say that the person died on the way to the hospital this time or died in the ambulance because they died there in the facility. The EMT workers would not remove it. So y'all, if y'all don't hear about this in the news, if you in the state of Texas and you don't hear about this in the news, then y'all know that there's definitely a cover up going on inside of TDCJ. And I need you guys to be on the same cues and help me to help bring awareness to what's going on inside of TDCJ, y'all. I hear these cases on a regular basis, and I get these phone calls, I get these messages, and it is a constant. It is something constant. I'm waiting to get this phone call from one of the guys because he sent me an email and he told me he had some amazing news to tell me. Because what he's about to tell me, he says it's going to uncover a lot of things that has been going on at TDCJ, and he just thanked me for what all I have been doing. And yeah, I feel like I'm not doing enough because to me, I don't see change yet, but it's coming. I'm definitely going to keep sharing these individual stories. Going to keep being an outlet, keep being a platform for them to keep sharing their story and to keep bringing awareness to what's going on, because I feel like the state of Texas has truly let these individuals down. Because and if you go in some of these other states and you talk about some of the crimes that they have falsely accused some of these individuals with. Now, some of them, granted, they did do their crimes. Like I talked to an individual on yesterday. You know, he was 18 years old. He said he made a decision to get in a car with three other individuals. At first, he didn't. I don't know if he knew what they were going to do, but the fact that they ended up robbing someone ended up getting killed, and the sad part about it is he wasn't even the person that pulled the trigger, but he was the one that got the rough end of the deal. Like he's the youngest one. You talk about he was just I think he said 13 days of turning 18. He's only been 18, 13 days, and this happens. And he get the stiffest case out of all of them. The person that actually pulled the trigger, I think. Now don't quote me on this. When he come on here and tell his story, y'all, he gonna tell his story. But one of the individuals did no time. One of the individuals, I think, has gotten out, and him and the other individual is still in prison. But y'all, it's just sad. Like I'm working with a family right now, Mr. Roberto De La Cruz. Y'all, this man is 70 years old, and he has a document from his judge that was the judge in the case, and he said he don't know how they found this man guilty. And we are definitely trying to bring awareness to his case. I am going to have his daughters and his sister on my podcast over on the WBNN this Wednesday night. So I definitely want y'all to tune in because this man is 70 years old. Y'all, he's been incarcerated for 26 years, wrongfully incarcerated for 26 years. He had an alibi because he is a legal immigrant and he was working under someone else's name. These people refuse to acknowledge that, and they are holding a innocent man in prison over 26 years. And we are he's filed the 1107. He's done all that. Come to find out that the 1107 that he filed sit in a office for 11 years, and they say that it was a mix up in communication, the reason why it didn't get processed. Well, he was among 9,999 other individuals that had to go through the same thing. But what did they do about it? Still to this day, we don't know what they did about it. But y'all, that's what they do in the state of Texas. These people give you these outlandish cases. They give you these outlandish charges, these outlandish time that you gonna be in prison, and yet you, I don't know what's going on, but my guest was trying to call me. He's calling from the prison, and y'all know I don't. It for some reason it wouldn't allow me to accept the free call. See, they call free, but it would not allow me to accept the free call. It hung up. So maybe he'll call back. I don't know, but anyway, this man is 70 years old. He did not commit the crime. It evidence. I mean, they have a tape of him at work, but they refuse to accept this in as evidence. Not only that, um, they had asked for ballistics. They were going to pay for a a expert witness to test some things. They will not allow them to have expert witnesses. They use their own expert witness, which said that they couldn't be sure that what I mean. It was just it was just crazy. It was it's just a crazy situation. Just a crazy situation. Like I just don't understand. I truly don't. And then they say that the guy that actually did the killing committed suicide, and they wanted to get the gun tested that he committed suicide with, and they said that they couldn't be 100% sure that that was the gun. But they're charging this man with murder off of what somebody said and not what the evidence say. Because if you look at all the evidence, and it don't take no experts to look at this stuff, because I'm not no legal analyst, I'm not no lawyer, I'm not no nothing to do with nothing legal, but just reading the law and just understanding the law and just getting the grasp of what's going on. I mean, it does not take a rocket scientist to understand a lot of the stuff that these people are doing. And it takes people like Cornell and other people that do legal work to to tell you about what's going on. So again, y'all, I don't know why the people in Texas won't speak up and say something. Like I'm trying to rally people together, y'all. I'm not stopping. I don't know who they think they dealing with, but they got the right one because I ain't stopping. And I'm in this, and I'm gonna be reaching out to different people that I know will rally with me, and we're gonna do this because it don't make no sense. Like I've heard this 70-year-old man cry twice. Twice I've talked to him on the phone, and he's cried twice because he's wrongfully incarcerated. Now he's not the only person. Now there's thousands of people that are inside of TDCJ. They have been wrongfully and overly incarcerated. They've exaggerated these individuals' cases, but now we're starting to find out why. We're starting to find out why they're doing that. Because I'm telling you, if you knew why a lot of this stuff is going on, it's all about money. Follow the money trail. Just like the person that's over the maintenance. Yeah, I'm about to expose his little get up over there too. I'm about to expose it. So y'all about to be reading about that. I'm about to expose he how they give them a stipend every month to handle different emergencies and different stuff, and how he got connections with the person that works at the facility where they go and buy these equipment, and how at the end of the life of the equipment that they use, they supposed to discard it, but instead of them discarding it, they take it out the back door and they take it home with them. Yeah, a lot of that going on in your prison system. So a lot of this stuff that they writing off and a lot of stuff that they getting money for, y'all, I'm telling you, it's about money. A lot of this stuff is about money. They don't want to let these prisoners go because they are running industries. They are running $1 billion companies off of these people that are in this prison system, and these people are getting not a dime off of it because they pay their prisoners nothing. They getting plenty. They making millions of dollars off of them. Look up what kind of companies they have in TDCJ. Look up what kind of companies. Just look up your state, whatever state you in. Go in your state and look at what kind of companies are ran by the prison in your state, and you'll see. Y'all can jump off, y'all can run, y'all can hide, but we not gonna be able to hide from the truth. The truth is gonna continue to be exposed, whether y'all want to hear it or not. The truth is the truth, and it will make you free. It ain't gonna set you free. It'll make you free. So if you want to be made free, hear the truth, and you're gonna hear the truth because I'm gonna keep speaking it. Now the state of Texas need to be ashamed of themselves. But I got brother Cornell on here tonight, y'all, and he's gonna be on here touching on a little bit of stuff, bringing some light to some of this stuff that I've been just rambling on about because he know all to get up. He know when somebody know did 30 over 30 years inside of a facility, they know what's going on. And he's not the only person. I'm talking about y'all. Every day I'm coming across people that's been in the prison system 25 plus years, y'all. 25 plus years. I'm talking about I even got somebody say, I think that man say this man been locked up 35 years. I want to say somebody said something about somebody been locked up 40 years. Y'all, come on now. That's just too much. And then you giving them 150 years, 170 years, and then they got to do half of that before you can even talk about giving them parole. Come on, y'all. What life is these people? What life they gonna have? And we ain't gonna even talk about the ones that y'all know falsely put in prison. The ones that y'all know locked up because of a diet. Y'all know locked up because of he say she say. Y'all know locked up because your officers don't planted evidence. Y'all know locked up because the judge say he didn't like this and he done told you to come back with this, and all kind of stuff y'all know did. We can go on and on about the corruption in the state of Texas. But y'all, what we gonna do about it? How are we gonna get people to recognize what is going on in the judicial system and how these people are covering it up and how the news media won't cover it, and how everybody keep running from it, y'all. I need some ideas. If you're tuned in and you hearing me, even if you catching this as a replay, yeah, we need some ideas on how we can shed some light on Texas. I mean, we need the spotlight on them. I'm talking about the flashing lights, like when you go to Hollywood and you see the lights. We need them kind of lights on Texas. I need all eyes on Texas. So where y'all at to help me? Okay, Cornell, I'm gonna move on out the way because I'm gonna keep on talking. Go ahead. Go ahead. Well, how is this? I'm not understanding. How is it that they keep allowing this and they keep kicking the can down the road and they keep allowing this to happen? Okay, so for example, okay, prisoners keep coming up dead. How do they keep allowing folks to keep dying on their watch and nobody is making a fuss about it? Nobody is making a big deal about the drugs that's within the prison system, the suicide rate that's within the prison system, all of these issues that's in the prison system. And then when you bring it to somebody's attention, so who is when you bring it to their attention, who's holding these people accountable? Who's holding the people accountable? When you report the grievances, when you make the grievances, they tell you to file the grievances. Okay, the grievances are filed. Okay, who's making sure that the person that is in charge of the grievances is doing what they're supposed to do? Because I've had your ombudsman send me back a lie, tell me that he's done something, and I've talked to just like with the Senate. See, we can go down a list of things that I've done and how I've caught these people in life and how I caught them going back on the things that they say they're supposed to do. Okay, they got these things in order in that they supposed to be doing, but they're not doing it. So how do you explain a G2 getting stabbed to death by G4? That they're not even supposed to be in the same. They're not supposed to be in the same facility. They're not supposed to be in the same area. So how do you explain that? How can that be explained? I don't care about the understaff and the overcrowdedness. It that's not the inmate's fault. That goes back to the warden, and who's over the warden? It is the warden's job to make sure that prison is ran. It is his job to make sure it's staffed. It is his job to make sure that everybody within that prison is doing their job. As the warden, that is his job to make sure that everybody under him is doing their job. So when you complain and you ask them to run the tapes back, I've asked for them to run the tapes back and to see these things for themselves. I've asked for this. I just like I'm about to write another letter and talk about the death that has happened over in unit. Received a phone call today. Another inmate found dead. They would not allow the ambulance would not take the body because they said the man had started turning blue. Why? Because if an officer had been doing their job, if they had been doing patrols, if they had been doing security checks, if they had been doing their job, they would have found it. Because if the man don't turn blue, if he's starting to rigor more, that means that man been back there for hours. I mean, he been there dead for hours. So when was the last time that you did your job? When was the last time that you patrolled? When was the last time that you did this? And this is not the first case. This is not the first incident. But then you report it, you don't hear nothing back. I reported. I have. If people are following me, they can go over to the Free Texas Campaign blog. They can look at these things on the blog. They can see stories of the food. They can see stories of what has been going on over the last 3 to 4 months as far as the suicides, as far as the K2 deaths, and a lot of things. But yet, have we heard about these things in the public? No. You contact the news media. I've contacted KSAT 12. I've contacted different media within that area, and nobody will respond. Nobody will talk about the story. Nobody will bring it to light. I've contacted different people. I've contacted Congressman Carl Sherman. I've contacted Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. I've contacted Jasmine Cockett, Monica De La Cruz, Ron Reynolds. I've contacted every last one of them. I have a case in the with the Office of Inspector General. I'm about to write another letter tonight. But this is what's going on, and they keep kicking the bucket down the road. You keep kicking it up under the rug. I mean, the rug is the rug is not flat no more. The rug is becoming a hill because it's mounted with everything that you keep putting up under it. So when are you gonna handle the issues that you keep putting under the rug?
made parole already. Okay, and these individuals can go home right now, but the board is holding these people past their time. A whole year after parole, you see the court, some inmates don't have they can find because they've been forced to live a sentence for another year after making parole. So we trying to figure out why is it that the parole board system now is holding these people past these gates and won't let nobody go. They'll be released now, and guess what?
Now he too busy worrying about Donald Trump in the border. He down there walking, rolling around in his wheelchair with Donald Trump. He down there with Donald Trump. He can't think about, and he not worrying about what's going on in this prison system. You friends with Donald Trump, you hanging with Donald Trump, you're a racist just like him. So he don't care nothing about what's going on within TDCJ in the prison system because guess what? You somebody that he don't care for. You in the Hispanics or somebody that he don't care for. He trying to keep the Hispanics out, and he want to keep you right there where you at. So guess what? He rolling around down there on the border with Trump. That's what he doing. It was on the news. That's what he's doing. He's not thinking about doing nothing but holding up and vetoing bills that would help set some of these people free. He got the power to do a lot, but he won't. It's been proven. We talk about corruption. He's head of the him, your attorney general and your lieutenant governor. All of them corrupt. They the app. They are the app that they talk about in these when they talk about the corruption. They are the three that they talk about, and they call them the GOP app: Abbott, Patrick, and Paxton. Those are the three. And they doing just what they doing. They are corrupt. They doing what they've been doing for the last finna be 4 to 5 decades because it's finna go into another 10 years that they've been doing this. So how do we get a federal judge we can't even get we can't even get your state representative involved. We can't get your state representative. I've wrote several levels to state representative, and everything always come back. They don't have sufficient evidence, but they evidently not pulling on tapes. They don't want the body cams in the prison because too much would be exposed. Because there was a law. There was a representative, Carl Sherman, had put it on, wanted it on the thing where they would have all the officers would have to wear body cams. Well, your governor vetoed it. It got knocked down because they don't want people to know what's going on inside of the prison because they were exposed too much, and it will put the officers don't want people to see what they're doing. And
And
how
so
do they go about doing that?
okay? And they have to just take one application and fill it out as a class action and say, Eighth Amendment, full and unusual punishment for all the prison inmates in the state of Texas for medical issues, food issues, sanitary issues, and all of that. Who his case was back in the 1980s, man. That's the same identical thing we need to do today. That's
And
the
see,
same identical thing.
I have Shanette saying that she received backlash for speaking out, and now her phone is being restricted. She has a loved one that's incarcerated in another state, but because she's doing what I'm doing, speaking out and being a voice for those that are incarcerated, she's received backlash. So a lot of these people are worrying about backlash. They worrying about their loved ones receiving backlash inside of the prison system. So a lot of these people are not speaking out. Well, what is your suggestion for that? And how do we remedy the backlash? Because it's happening a lot. I've been witnessing it every time I make a complaint. Every time I raise my voice, somebody from that prison system will let me know what is taking place, what is going on, what is happening, how they did them, or what else. So how do we remedy that? How can we get people to bring that to light? How do we bring up inside of TDCJ? Because they say that it's not supposed to be no backlash, but yet I even hear the inmates talk about the backlash.
So the system cannot punish him for having access to the media because that's not right. So shot from her loved one because of the simple fact that this is her job. And you know, so she they was investigating. But who was able to be shown against us, man, they wouldn't do that. Like we call it case. So different reaction. But this is why a lot of people don't want to get involved. They fear being against our officers about a state thing. And the parole board. Like right now, man, the parole board will keep kicking my can down the road because I have access to the media to be able to speak out about this type of stuff. So this is why we ask for people to come together. We ask for support, man, to speak out because they recording these conversations, man. And you can believe one thing, they turn these conversations over to the warden and everybody else because we speaking out about something that matters to us. So right now, man,
Wow. Well, we working. It's just so much, and it just breaks my heart that all these people are wrongfully overly incarcerated, but yet the people that are putting these people in prison, they're going on with their daily lives. They're able to enjoy their lives. They're able to see their loved ones. They're able to make milestones. They're able to create memories. Yet you have people, individuals that have lost their lives behind prison walls that shouldn't even been in prison. And then you have individuals that have been traumatized from being in prison because I hear these stories of these youth. They've had to deal with stuff that they didn't never had to experience before. Some of them, this was their first case. So the trauma that these people have experienced, and then not having the proper food, not having the proper medical care, not having the proper mental health um services, just different stuff. But then they I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand how the parole board can constantly give set offs and then not give a remedy, not give a action plan. If you're gonna set me off 5 years, then give me an action plan to work on so that the when I come up again in 5 years, we don't have to go through this again. Then I can get parole. Then you won't have to keep giving set offs. Then the prison will have to be overflowing, and then you won't have to keep getting these reports of people losing their lives. I mean, it's sad, and it's sad that the people in Texas are not speaking up. Not even in Texas, but it's like I care more about what's going on in that prison system than the people in Texas, and it's sad. I don't know how they can allow their family members to be incarcerated, wrongfully incarcerated, because of a black mark, a dot, and fabricated evidence, and people getting on the stand and lying, and you going by hearsay instead of going by the evidence, when the evidence will prove that these people are innocent. Jury examination and giving all white juries. How you gonna give me a all white jury when I'm black or Hispanic? That's not a jury of my peers. That's not a jury of my peers. A jury of my peers is someone that look like me. I'm black. And then not only am I black, I'm a woman. So if you're gonna give me a jury of my peers, then you need to give me some black women. So and that's just what just a tidbit of what has been going on within these prison systems, and not just in Texas. It's going on in Colorado. It's going on in California. It's going on in different places, and it's sad. But they can. Man, I don't get it. I just don't get it. And then we talk about the amount of money that come through this prison system. This is $1 trillion industry, y'all. It used to be $1 billion industry. Now it's $1 trillion industry. Look at all of the different companies talking about brand names. We're talking about brand names, y'all. Brand names. Brand names. You talking about Starbucks. You talking about Walmart. We talking about Victoria's Secret. We're talking about the mattress companies. These are people that are making money through these different companies within the prison systems, not just in Texas, but all over. Y'all, and they're getting ready to build 31 more prison systems within the United States. One of the largest ones is going to be in Alabama. It's going to be $1 billion industry. Billion. Gonna be a billion. It's gonna cost them $2 billion to build, if I'm not mistaken. And then they want to build 2 facilities. And then you're talking about they got a company out of India that's gonna be building the facility. And then they talking about it's gonna be ran by robots. And then 2029, Georgia get ready because they coming to build $1 billion one already been approved, y'all. These things already been approved. How many of y'all knew this? How many of y'all knew that 31 new prison systems was getting ready to be brought up? But how many schools are they building? How many community centers are they building? How many homeless shelters are they building? How are they trying to remedy some of that stuff? But they can bring all these immigrants in and give all these millions and millions and millions and millions until, but when you got people already over here starving, you to look at all of the tent cities we got in the different cities, all of the tent villages and all the campgrounds where people are living in tents. But we can afford to send billions and billions of dollars to other people out of the country when we're struggling here ourselves. But yet we can overly and wrongfully incarcerate. Man, these people know what they're doing. Y'all, it's time for slavery to truly end. It's time for them to get rid of the 13th Amendment. If y'all gonna, if you make them work, if you gonna force labor on them like that, then pay them. Pay them what you pay the people that really go and work these jobs. Because we know what y'all did, just like y'all did in Alabama. If Texas could do what they did in Alabama, they would do it. but they coming close. They coming close because from my understanding, they let they got inmates that drive trucks that can go out and do deliveries. Hmm. They got CDLs and get paid absolutely nothing. Yeah. And then you, man, I'm telling you, it goes on and on. But I understand. If you got a governor that's getting 55,000 dollars in campaign funds or whatever they're getting in kickbacks or whatever he getting, it's been documented. Trust me, Dr. Candace Matthews is on it. We saw the document. So trust and believe it's gonna be a lot of exposure because she love exposing corruption in the state of Texas. And he's not the only person, but he's not the only person that's getting money. He's not the only person that's getting kickback. And I feel like that is a complete that's a conflict of interest. How can he be the governor of the state of Texas and he getting money, $55,000? I took a screenshot of it. So it ain't nothing that nobody told me. It ain't something that's made up. Ain't no fake news. See, Fox and all them other see, we don't got the whole get up and all that on how they built a lot of stuff and how they don't stole a lot of stuff. Just like the NFL halftime show. When did that come about? It didn't come about until after Living Color. Until after Living Color did they halftime show. Yeah, come on, y'all. Yeah, they steal everything from us, and then they make us look. Yeah, y'all got to go back and y'all got to check out what they did. They built Fox. They built the Fox network up to be a black network, and then what they do come with the fake news. They come with the lies. They come with the propaganda. They come with all that. But then everything over there on Fox used to be black. They did that why? Because they wanted to get they wanted to grab us in, to bring us in, and then they do what? They start with the propaganda. They start with the lies. They start with the untruth. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of these people. Y'all got to stop letting me come on here. Because I'm telling you, every time I come on here, this is my mission. I'm on this. If it ain't about AALAC Chasing Your Dream book tour, um, overly and wrongfully incarcerated, y'all. That's and the crew podcast. Those are my three missions. Huh. Those are my three missions for 2024. Y'all, it's to expose some of this corruption that's going on in the state of Texas in the judicial system. I'm telling you, it makes no sense. And your husband get paid $19 a month, $19 a month, like really. And he probably doing a job that if he was in the real world, he probably would be making. He probably be making 1,900, 19,000 a month, something like that. Man, please, probably making 1,900 a month, 22. Man, please, they killing me with that 19. What can you do with that? And then they jumping on and and sharing with me and um commenting and and make sure that we have content. But I try to make sure that if if we are supposed to be on, that I come on and make sure that someone is on. So again, y'all, let's keep Natalie in prayer. I don't know what's going to. We are some believers over here. We pray and we just want to make sure that we keep her lifted in prayer. Um, Tomorrow, who will be on tomorrow? Let me see who's on tomorrow. Y'all know, of course, I am doing. Shanette is on tomorrow. Yeah. Hold on. It's March. I'm sorry. Yeah, Shanette is on tomorrow. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong calendar, but she's still on tomorrow. So I'm definitely gonna be tuned in tomorrow to her show. Like I said, she's gonna have. I think she said that guy got. Oh my God, it's gonna be 400 and. I met someone yesterday who was sentenced to life with 480 years. Oh my God! And then she's finna have somebody on her show, too, um, that has a lot of time as well. So y'all try to tune in tomorrow and see what is going on her show. Well, Cornell is calling back. Let's see if he has something he want to say before we close out. Let's see if you want to say something before we close out.
Press 1 to thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
But you called back just in time because we was getting ready to close out the show. So in closing, would you like to share anything as we close?
First of all, we want to thank you, man, because I mean, you have really been on. Continue this, man. A lot of people have gotten a lot of hope from you. I mean, man, people in dark places, people who have wanted to give up, people who have wanted to commit suicide. So we have to thank you, man, for reaching out to us and being very compassionate the way you have been and what you do, man. You know, in myself, with my own eyes. People that cry mentioning your name and the hope that you give them, man. And, you know, we do need help, man. We do support. We need people to stand up for us, man, because we don't nobody want to stand up for us, but you're doing just that for us. We want to thank you very much for that. And if anybody's listening to this, man, it would be very, very, very appreciated if y'all come together, man. You know, what y'all can do to give us a voice, because we need one. Thank you very much, man.
Well, thank you for stopping by and being the voice for those that are behind the walls of TDCJ. Y'all, every Monday I try to bring somebody on from within TDCJ. They may be in different facilities, but every Monday I try to bring somebody on. I dedicate Mondays to them from 12 noon till about 3 o'clock. I'm interviewing individuals that want to come on and share their story. Yes, some of them are innocent. Some of them did what they did, but the amount of time that they've given them in process and getting the conviction, those are the things that we're concerned about. You know, yeah, they may have done the time, but they may have done the crime, but does the time fit the crime? That's what we need. That's what we're looking at because people make mistakes. Every last one of us have made a mistake, and there's some people that are free that need to be incarcerated, but yet they are free. But we have thousands and thousands of individuals that have been wrongfully and overly incarcerated. It's time for the state of Texas to be held accountable for that they have done. Too many years have gone by, and there's too many people that have been wrongfully incarcerated, and then they keep kicking the can down the road and keep giving them set outs. Y'all, it's time for change, and it's time for this judicial system. It's time to come up to the 21st century. We are no longer in 1952. It's time to come to 2024 because this world has evolved, and it's time for you to recognize that. No longer are we going to sit and be quiet. I am the change that I desire to see in this world. I want you to be that change too. So if there's something that tonight, I want y'all to definitely join me back here on tomorrow as I will be bringing y'all some amazing queens as I celebrate Women's History Month. And then tomorrow night, back here at 8 p.m., you will have Shanette. She's going to be on, Shanette Johnson. For Let's Talk About It. She will be on tomorrow night with her special guest. So y'all, please share this out in your circle of influence. if you would like to join me and support the Free Texas campaign, just reach out to me and see how we can connect, how we can work together. If you are in the state of Texas and you would like to partner with me, you would like to work with me, please reach out because I do need some voices. I need some people that will be boots on the ground, as Cornell would say. In the state of Texas, for me, when I can't be there, I do plan on getting there soon. I will be there in May for our event, and if I can get there earlier where I can make some noise while I'm down there, y'all best believe I will be trying to do that because I don't mind knocking on doors and I don't mind allowing my voice to speak because I've been quiet for too long and God gave me this voice. He gave me another chance. So he woke me up this morning, y'all. So I'm on it. I appreciate you guys, and y'all, please share this out in your circle of influence. Tag somebody if you know somebody that is incarcerated in the state of Texas. Please share it with their family and get their family's attention and get them connected with me, y'all. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm out of here, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and y'all be blessed.
Dallas Fort Worth. AALAC, the Chasing Your Dream Book Tour and Expo is coming to your area. Mark your calendars, May 18th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have some amazing authors, some amazing business